is Alexis and today we're doing this look right here, which is a soft, pretty, natural glam, I guess, kind of prom look. I recently just did 2 clients' makeups for prom. They both wanted a more natural prom look, and so I did them, and so this is like bits and pieces from each look and just put them together. So if you're looking for a more natural prom look, this is for you. It's really soft and pretty, very easy to recreate with whatever you have. There's really nothing that I use that isn't dupable. So whatever you have in your collection, you can definitely use to recreate this look. I really like it. It's, like I said, soft and pretty. This will go with literally any dress color. So yeah, if you want to see how I did this look, then keep on watching. So I'm starting with the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. I love this primer for, like events and stuff like that because it makes my makeup like super long wearing. And it also makes it so I don't like sweat my makeup off. It makes your makeup like waterproof basically. Like budge proof, waterproof, it's not going to go anywhere. So I love this for events. So I use this all over my face. For my foundation, I'm going to take the Hourglass Vanish, what are these called? Seamless Finish Foundation Sticks. I have this in the shade Nude. I love using these on clients. Super long wearing. They look gorgeous in photographs, picture beautifully. I just love them. Great coverage. So I'm just going to swipe some of this on. And then blend it out with my Sigma F80 just to even everything out, give me some coverage. And I like this because I can also use this as like basically a concealer where I need it, like spot conceal with it instead of going in with another concealer. So yeah, just put some foundation on. For concealer, I'm going to use the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Custard because it's nice and full coverage. Photographs beautifully again. If you're more on like the dry side though, you might not like the texture of this. So then I would suggest their regular Radiant Creamy Concealer because it still gives you that coverage, but it's not going to dry you out. Just putting that right under my eye here. And then I'm just going to blend all that in with my Beauty Blender. To set, I'm using the Mercier Translucent Loose Powder. This powder is fantastic. You're not going to get flashback from it, so nobody freak out. Sets my makeup in perfectly. Sets my client's makeup in perfectly. I can't speak. I just love this powder so much. So it's great for special occasions. So just a little brush to put that underneath my eyes, and then a big brush like this one to put it all over my face. For brows, I'm going to use my It Cosmetics Brow Power. I love using a brow pencil for kind of softer, more natural brows because I think it just comes out softer looking than a pomade does. But if you want like the ultimate soft brow, then use a powder because that'll give you the softest looking, like most natural looking brows. So that's still very natural looking, but with the pencil you can still get a bit of like definition and depth with it, which I think especially for prom, because you'll be, you know, taking pictures and stuff, you're going to need that little bit of definition still, but it'll still look natural. So I'm just filling in my brows with this, blending with the spoolie. And there you go, a brow. And then of course I'm going to set that with some brow gel just so my brows stay in place all night, all day, for as long as you need them to. Next, I'm priming my eyes. I'm of course using my NARS Pro Prime. If you're oily, you need this. If you're dry or more normal on your eyelids, then I would say use the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I couldn't remember the name of the brand, because that's a good one too for more like normal dry lids. This one, if you have oily eyelids though, or if you're very hooded like I am, or if you have both like me, this is like the holy grail. It'll keep your eyeshadow on all day, all night, forever. For my eyeshadow, I'm going to use the Too Faced Natural Love palette, and you don't need this exact palette because we're using a lot of the neutral shades in here, so any like neutral shades that you have, definitely work with that. At first I'm taking the shade Heaven though, which is just like a cream, and I'm gonna hit the camera. I'm hitting everything. I'm just gonna set that eyeshadow primer with that. You could use your face powder for this step too. I'm just setting that so that everything will blend over it and not get like stuck to the eyeshadow primer. Just throw that on. Now we can move on to the actual eyeshadow application. So I'm doing the exact look that I did on a client last week, I think it was. So I'm going to take the shade Honey Butter, which is this one down here, and use that as like my transition shade. So I'm going to tap into that. And I'm just going to blend this to my crease, in and above. Just throw it in there. So there's that. Also, I'd like to apologize for all the lash glue that's stuck in my lashes. I cannot for the life of me get it out, so if that's bothering you, I'm sorry. Next, I'm going to take the shade Nudie, which is right here. Nudie I definitely know is in one of their like smaller palettes that they have. So if you have that, then great. But I'm going to pick that up. And I'm going to put this deeper into my crease to add a bit more definition there and depth. And because of the way my eyes are shaped, I'm kind of looking like down into my mirror, so I can like really see I guess where my socket is, so I can put it in there. So just like that. A little bit. Can you see the difference? Just a bit more depth there, but nothing too dark or dramatic or crazy. Next, I'm going to take the shade Makeup and Chill, which is this darker shade down here. And I know that's from the Too Faced Nikki Tutorials collection thing that came out. So if you have that, use that. If not, any dark brown will do, like a deep dark brown. And I'm going to take that on a pencil brush. And so every shade you use, your brush gets smaller. So I'm going to take a pencil brush, or if you have like a little smudger brush, you could use that too. And I'm going to put this, I got a weird eye shape for this, the outer V. So I'm going to draw a V from here, a little bit through the crease, pick up a little bit more. Here and here. Just like that. So if you have like a lot of lid space, you can bring it like over a bit more, but because I don't, I'm kind of keeping it just to like the kind of outermost V shape. And then take my blending brush, and I'm doing little circles here, like to blend out the part that's on the lid, little circles. And then windshield wiper motions to blend out the part that's in the crease. So we're adding just depth to the very outer corner. Just like that. So there's that. So depending on how like natural you want this, you can either go with Makeup and Chill and put that on the lower lash line, or put Nudie on the lower lash line. I'm gonna take like a little mix of both on my pencil brush again. Don't put that on the lower lash line. If you have smaller eyes, you'll probably want to do Nudie. But if you have like really nice big doe eyes, then do Makeup and Chill. And just make sure you connect to this outer part, outer corner thing right here. And make sure to blend. So you can leave it like this and then move on to like mascara and stuff. Or what I did with one of my clients who wanted a little more, I was trying to say a little bit more like natural glam as I described it, and she was like, yeah, I'm totally on board. We took the shade Fairy Tale, which is this one here, this like pale gold shade, and put that on the lid. So I'm gonna pick that up with the brush, if I can find one. So I picked some of that up on my brush. I'm taking a little bit of Fix Plus from MAC, what little I have left, and I'm gonna spray it just so it's wet. Because the shade is really pretty, but when you apply it dry, it's very like loose, so it's not like impactful, I guess. So using it wet, press it onto the lid. So we're getting some gold sparkle. Just press that on there. Just like that. See? Look at that. Crazy. So I'm going to take a blending brush, just kind of blend the edges. I have a little bit of like glitter in my crease, but that's okay, I don't really care. And this shade is a little fallouty. So if you want to do your eyes first, go ahead, but I like doing my base first. But since I'm powdered, I can just kind of like brush off this excess. And then to highlight the brow bone in the inner corner, I'm taking Satin Sheets. So just right under the brow. Right in the inner corner. So to finish off the eyes, I'm just going to put some black liner in my tight line. None of the girls that I was doing this like natural prom look on wanted wing liner, which is totally fine. So you don't have to do liner if you don't want to. I'm just putting it in my tight line to make my lashes look nice and thick. And one girl did have really like a lot of lid space, so just to make the eye not look so naked, I did put a little bit of black eyeshadow just right across the top of her lashes. So if you have a lot of lid space and you don't want to do like wing liner or anything, just put a little bit of black shadow across your lash line and be done with that. But I'm going to put eyeliner in my tight line, and then I'm going to put mascara on, and then I will be back. So here are the eyes done. If you want to put lashes on, go ahead. My clients didn't want lashes, so I didn't put any on them. If you do want lashes, but you want still like natural lashes, then I'd say do the Demi Wispies from Ardell. But there's that done, so let's just move back to the face. I'm going to contour with my Kevyn Aucoin Sculpting Powder. You do want to contour at least a little bit, that way you don't look flat in your pictures. So just do a little bit on your cheekbones. So because with flash photography you look really flat. Nobody wants to be flat in their prom pictures, so just contour a little bit, no big deal. Bronzer, I'm going to use my Chocolate Soleil, of course. That's not the right brush, this one. Nope, that's not it either, jeez. Cheeks, forehead, and down here. I never know what to call this because it's not under my jaw, it's like on my jaw. Anyways, put bronzer there. For blush, I'm going into my Too Faced palette, and I'm going to use Baby Love, which is like this nothing blush right here. For my clients, I was using blushes. I was using Risque and Exposed from Tarte, but I don't have either one of those, so I'm just going to use Baby Love. Pretty much the same. Any kind of like nothing blush on your skin will work. So I'm just going to pop that on my cheeks. Add a little bit of color, but still on the more natural side. Both of my clients did want highlighter, but they both wanted like soft, natural looking highlighter, so I'm going into this little Kevyn Aucoin face palette that I have. And I'm going to use the highlighter in here. This is Starlight. The one I was using on my clients I think was Candlelight though, but I don't have Candlelight, I have Starlight. So I'm going to use this one. These are really nice, like soft, pretty highlighters, and not like the Nicole Guerrero ones where it's like highlighter, but still a little something to catch the light. Really soft and diffused. If you want like a really soft highlight, definitely go for the Kevyn Aucoin ones because they're beautiful. I think they're called, this is on the box, what are they called? Because it's not the new Neo highlighter things. The Celestial powders, go for those ones. See, look at how soft that is. And a little bit down the nose. And of course, I'm piling it on my Cupid's bow. If you want to look natural, you don't have to pile it on, of course, but you know me, I love me a highlighted Cupid's bow. For lips, one of my clients did not like lipsticks. She didn't want a lipstick, she didn't really want anything on her lips. So what I did was I took the new lip topper from Kevyn Aucoin. I forget what they're called, but I took one. I forget the name of the shade too, oops, sorry. But I took one of those and just put it on her natural lips, so it gave it kind of like a glow, like they caught the light. It was very pretty, it was really interesting. So I did that, and then on my other client, I did a lipstick that I don't have, and I don't remember which one it was. But basically it was like a Her Lips But Better color. So for me, that's Rikugien from NARS, one of the satin lip pencils. So really anything you want to do, whatever you're comfortable with, go ahead and do it. I'm just going to throw this on because it's the most like natural looking color I have. And then of course you want to set your face. And then of course you want to set your face. Put all this work in, you don't want it to go anywhere. If you're more on the dry side, I like the Kat Von D Lock-It setting spray. If you're more like normal to oily, like yours truly, Urban Decay All Nighter. So I'm just going to spray a little bit of this. Here is the finished look, a really soft, pretty, natural kind of prom look that's definitely really easy to recreate. I love me some soft, natural makeup on other people, not on myself. I love me my dramatics, but on other people I love really like natural looking makeup. So when I had pretty much 2 clients in a row ask for natural looking prom makeup, I was like, yes. And I thought I should recreate this because I know other people might want something like it. So here you go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. All the links to all my social media will be down in the description, so check me out there. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!